Welcome to Thursday's debut to the Doghouse. Now, the person I have with the Doghouse today, it warms my heart to be able to be able to put him in the Doghouse. He is a part of a rival team of the Miami Heat, who happened to put us out in the playoffs last year. He wasn't on the team, but he played there. He won a championship with them. And he made some of the dumbest remarks I've ever heard on ESPN when he tried to talk about some MVP talks. Kendrick Perkins, my guy, you in the doghouse. You tried to bring race into a situation that had nothing to do with race at all. ESPN even had to come on the show the next day to say that your report was wrong. Tom, go ahead and play that sound for me. Doghouse. There you go. Look, Kendrick Perkins, I'm sorry, you make some of the worst takes on ESPN. I don't even understand why you still up there. That's just me. That's just me. You know, and you're a Boston Celtics, so I'm actually glad to be putting you in the doghouse. You may never come out. You may, just because it's you, and just because you play for the Boston, you may never come out of the doghouse. But those remarks you made were pretty stupid. JJ Redick made you look stupid. He really did. And then ESPN didn't back you up, because when they came out the next day, it was like, yeah, his remarks, what he said was wrong, because it's actually more diverse than what he said. So he made that wrong. And then look, you tried to name the only person you would have had an argument against was Steve Nash. He might not have deserved that, but I don't think it had anything to do with him being white. That's just me personally. And I'm a Miami Heat fan, so I thought that Shaq should have got it that one time. But hey, look, it's Steve Nash. They had a better record. I get it. I understand that. But Dirk and Jokic, come on now. Jokic is averaging a triple-double this year. In the last 2 years, he's led his team to the playoffs, and they were higher than the 6th seed. So what can you really say about Jokic? And then Dirk, I mean, come on, this is one of the best players of all time, a Hall of Famer. When he won the MVP that season, he had a really great season. So for you to try to bring race into that shows that you clearly don't pay attention to basketball as much as you played. So something's wrong with you. You in the doghouse, Kendrick Perkins, and like I said, you may not ever come out.
Hey, Dave, man. Somebody had to say it, and I knew you was gonna say it, man. Like,
hey, and as JMO says, as you like to always say, Perk, carry on.
Oh man, I wish I could do my Kendrick Perkins impression, but I ain't got it down pat just yet. But when I get it, I'm gonna do it. Like, nah, flat out. That whole argument on First Take was, for one, Perk, you almost had a solid debate until you tried to bring race into it. Like, you had a solid debate as far as like how they were killing Russ, but then you also got to think about this. Russ was averaging a triple-double trying to make the playoffs. The Denver Nuggets are flat out one of the best teams in the NBA. Facts. With Jokic averaging a triple-double. Like, and it's like effortless. Like, I can see the stat pattern thing. It don't even seem like he's statting pats because the man can't jump. So his game just looks effortless when you watch him play. Now, where he wanted to come from, I think he was just upset because JJ Redick was spitting hot facts. And then the fact that ESPN, the way they cut up the monologue to show everybody like, look, Kendrick Perkins takes are his takes only. Don't bring that over here. But again, man, you earned yourself to be in the doghouse. Good job, Dave.
And then you tried to come on social media and say you're gonna come at JJ Redick. For what? You lost. You lost the debate. There's no point. Stop trying. Just let it go and do better. Go back. Go do better research next time, KJ Perkins. That's all I'm gonna say.
I do my research.
Yeah. Yeah, his biggest thing kept saying like Russ getting killed, but first of all, Jokic and Russ are two different people. Jokic is quiet, Russ is loud. Like, Russ is not averaging triple-double right now, and he's still getting killed. So that had nothing to do with that. And plus, Russell Westbrook, not saying he purposely did this because he is a good rebounder, but he was the first point guard for real that I know of that sat at the free throw line. That sat on the side of the free throw. When they shoot a free throw, he went down for the rebound. That's rare for a point guard. And people thought he was doing that to get rebounds. He averaged exactly 10 rebounds that year. So there's reasons why for that happen. But Dave, I want to add somebody to your doghouse. All right.
Okay.
It's not really somebody. It's two organizations that I love these organizations. You know, and I'm gonna just say it. Fox Sports 1 and ESPN. Now, before I talk about Fox Sports 1 and ESPN, this is not a diss to y'all. I watch you guys all the time. You guys inspire me. I like shows like First Thing First. I like shows like First Take. I like shows like Undisputed. I watch Speak. I watch Max Key and J. I mean, I watch NBA Today, NFL Live. I watch all y'all. And y'all inspire me. I learn a lot from y'all. But come on. Why are we not talking about the greatest story in the NBA right now? I know Refuse to Lose family is like, I'm tired of hearing about the Kings. But listen, y'all, this national media, we don't hear enough of it. David and Tomo, the Kings are about to snap a 16-year playoff drought. That's the longest playoff drought in any major sport right now. Jets are second, by the way, if you're a Jets fan, at 12. 16 years. Longest one. They're not knocking on, I'm going to say we, got the jersey on. They're not knocking on the door to the playoffs. They kicked the door down and ran through the whole house. Number 2 seed right now. So I'm going to give y'all some facts that you probably don't know. And FS1 and ESPN, I need y'all to bring it to the national media, please. I beg you. Listen to this, y'all. Y'all probably know. I tell y'all all the time. So look, every team in the West has a losing record on the road, except for the Suns. They are 500. The Nuggets, 1 over 500. And the Kings, 5 over 500. The Kings have the highest field goal percentage in the fourth quarter. The Kings are undefeated in overtime. Fox is first in clutch points. Sabonis is first in rebounding, first in double-doubles. Keegan Murray is first in 3 points made by a rookie. Malik Monk is second in bench scoring. And sorry, I'm getting thrown off. Yeah, all right. So there, Malik is second in points off the bench, right? We have the highest field. Sorry, we have the forget that. That equals the number one offense in NBA history. Not number one offense in the league, which we are, lead the league in points per game. The number one offense in NBA history. Just to give you a taste on how good this offense is, right? We played the Los Angeles Clippers, who had the best offensive game they had in their franchise history. And they still lost. That's crazy. They still lost. And you know what happened? Y'all know what the talk was after that game, y'all? How was Westbrook's debut with the Clippers? Are you serious?
Bring up the Nets
Are you
game.
serious?
What about that Nets game?
Right? The Nets game. I mean, I think we all forgot about that. Look, we was on TNT with the Nets, and they didn't even know who we were. Shout out to NBA TNT. They put my tweet on there. You know, they didn't even know who we were. They had to do research about who we were as a Kings fan, right? As a Kings. And also this, y'all, too. The last thing is this. We started a defensive player of the game chain. Other teams are doing it. And we lighten the beam every win. That's different. And we not getting talked about. That's wild. So, in the words of my man Dave, FS1, ESPN.
My guy, you in the doghouse.
Let's get it. All right. Sorry, man.
Hey, that was
frustrating me.
that was perfect. That was perfect. I knew you was putting them on, but I didn't know why. Now I understand why. Hey, FS1 ESPN, y'all got something to do, man. Y'all can't be putting up. I understand the Lakers is a story to hear about, but they're not. They've been in the playoffs. They won a championship in the bubble. We got to talk about a team that's breaking a streak and the best offense in NBA history. Come on now. If that was someone else, if that was the Celtics, you would put it up there. Give the Kings some respect. I got to say that.
Hey, I want to say one more thing, man. I'm glad you did put them in the doghouse because prior to doing this show, you become like, what is it? Preset to only talk about the Cowboys, Lakers, Yankees, and LeBron. You know, because that's all ESPN, like you said, Fox and all them talk about. But now that we do this show, you realize we like, look, I have a team. I want to talk about it. But there's also other teams that's doing stuff that nobody in the media wants to touch on. i.e. the Orlando Magic situation. The fact that they actually have a good team and they're up and coming, but nobody wants to talk about it. The Kings and what they're doing. We even touch, I mean, of course, the Ja Morant situation, but we talked about the Memphis Grizzlies. We literally give every team and on every sport their own moment to shine. So we kind of do like the being for the teams that don't even get talked about.
Facts.
And you know what would be shocking? If the Kings make it to the finals, then they really have to talk about y'all. They would have to talk about y'all.
That I ain't write this down, but my point also was y'all professionals. Come on. Y'all supposed to watch the sport. Y'all should know what's going on. Don't wait until it happened to be like stop talking about it. Like in this media thing, you want to be the first. You want to be the first one out. Man, stop talking about the Kings, and then when it happens, because listen, Tama, you said something. We might not make the finals. We might not be the favorites, but if it happened, y'all just heard what I just read off. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised.
Another thing I want to say about this show that other shows don't do, we bring up topics that other shows don't talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Remember the Jerry Jones situation? No one mentioned it until we brought it up on the show. Right after we had it on the show, LeBron James had said it right at the very next day. So look, we're bringing
exactly
up,
what you said too.
He said he took my words.
Word for word.
Word for word.
Bar for bar.
Word for word. But we give it, and it's not just for us. We give you, the audience, we give you an opportunity to come on the show and talk about your favorite team. If you know something that's going on that we haven't talked about, let us know.
Facts.
That's your opportunity to not only get into the chats, but to come on the show and bring light to your team. That is a segment for your team that is not happening anywhere else but here.
Man, from a fan's mouth to the people's ears, I'm telling you, it's very rare that you ever hear somebody talk about the Wizards this much, unless we ragging on them. And I do rag on them. Trust me, I do. But there's very little topics about the Wizards. The only time they talk about the Wizards on ESPN when Russ was going back and forth with Stephen A about him stat padding. That's it.
As good as Miami has been, we only talked about when we play against like the Celtics or someone, or in the playoffs when Jimmy Butler plays good. Other than that, I don't hear much about Miami.
Facts.
But on the football side, I'm good. Sorry, guys.
Yeah. We talk Commanders a million times in the show. Like, come on, they never get mentioned in the media for real. This is about Daniel Snyder.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button, no matter what you're listening to or watching it. Hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.